Don't stop, don't stop.
Yo, 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 yo.
We're back. Good God Almighty, I said we're back.
What's good, man? What's good? What's going on?
I'm just
Hey, peoples.
jamming to the beat, man.
Man,
We're back, we're back.
The music is off now.
Play that trap music like church music. We're back, we're back. Bearded Wrestling, everybody.
What's good, guys?
You already know what it is. You can
Yep.
follow me at Jay Vozel on Instagram.
You can follow me at BoldNose1983 on Instagram.
More importantly, you can follow us at Bearded_Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook. On YouTube, it's just Bearded Wrestling. On SoundCloud, it's just straight Bearded Wrestling. Hey, man, this is episode 4, man.
Episode 4.
Hey, man, we doing some things, man.
Now, I mean, you know what, man? We trying to get the people. We trying to get the people on our side, man, and watch the show, support, man, show us some love, man.
Yeah, man, we enjoy what we do, but
Yeah.
hopefully you guys enjoy it just as much or better.
Word.
So, and that's what's really important, you know,
Yep.
to make sure that someone is enjoying the content that we enjoy as much in
Facts.
wrestling. All right, so as always, we have our bearded rating system.
Yep.
5, 4, and 3. That's what we really do here.
Yep.
The dope beard,
The dope bed.
you know, mine's.
Yeah.
The good beard, and then I see you
See you
trying.
trying, yeah.
That's what we staying at.
Yeah.
5, 4, and 3. If you're doing 2-on-1, we ain't messing with you anyway. All right. So that's the rating system. We always give you a little bit of that because this is a rate and review show of all of the WWE shows
Yep.
and a little bit more of what we like to do. So we're gonna get right to the first
Get right to it.
of the shows, and it's
His show.
my show, so I guess I got to do my dance.
Uh-huh.
Monday Night Raw, that's my dance.
Uh.
Monday Night Raw, that's my Monday Night Raw dance. You're saying that, but what did you say? But what did you
Nah, I
say?
did- what I said
What did you say before we started
Okay, what I
recording
said off
tonight?
the air was Raw wasn't a bad show.
No, that's not what you said. That is not what you said.
Raw was a better show than SmackDown.
Say it again.
Raw was a better, well put together show than SmackDown this week.
God, it's me again.
The matches wasn't bad either. I just, of course, there's always one negative thing I didn't
course there
like.
is.
I didn't like the Braun Strowman. I'm getting tired of that.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on.
We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna
I
get
want
to
talk
it.
about that.
All
yeah.
right, so let's start right at the top.
Okay.
Angle comes out.
Uh-huh.
And he's talking about how he has to swallow his pride. You know, and he's saying how Stephanie has taught him how to swallow his pride a lot doing this job.
Yeah.
And then he says, but him being punched by Triple H last week was just too much. First of all, that was the worst punch I've ever seen in wrestling.
It was a sucker punch. It was funny though.
Yeah,
Pretty
but the
funny.
way he did it though, it was just like,
Yeah, it made me
Oh,
laugh
my
though. It made me
gosh.
chuckle a little bit though.
yeah, it was so cheesy. It was like, as a Raw guy, I was like, we could have did better.
Yeah.
Because
You know what?
we know what's coming. We knew this was coming for months.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. I just thought
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it could do. I know they don't want to put Ronda in a match by herself, man. She's still a little,
Wet behind the ears.
Yeah, so I understand how that's gonna work out. I would have liked to see the Triple H versus Kurt Angle in a singles match.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
then you know what? Yeah, like I said, I don't even think Kurt can give him what he used to give him anymore.
I don't want to jump the gun because that's usually what you do. But I will say, because of all of the steroids, with this whole, and now it's not just Brock,
Yeah,
it's Roman too.
Yeah,
And if they're called out on this thing, we might lose both of them.
yeah.
Or they might not make this the main event. I read something today, and I think I'm touching on rumors already, but I'm here, so I'll do it. They're talking about the main event might be this at WrestleMania,
To be honest with you,
and it would be a letdown. And I'm going.
it
All
would-
right, even if you don't let this be the main event at Raw, I mean, with Brock or whoever has the belt,
Yeah.
then give it to AJ and Nakamura.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
All right, let's move on.
I can agree with that.
Angle calls out Triple H, but of course, the man with 3 H's doesn't come out. Steph comes out. Steph tells him, hey,
Triple H and I.
hey, be easy, baby.
Yeah.
Be easy, baby.
Yeah.
Listen. Don't you got kids? She pulled a Heath Slater on him.
Yeah.
So you got kids, and especially the little small one. Don't you want to give it a whirl? She was like, you be an Olympic medalist, all of that. That's not paying the bills.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We've seen that already, though. See that all the time with them. It seems like every time
well, You know how they do.
The authorities involved with the storyline, they want to throw. Oh, don't you have kids? Or think about how important your job is. You know, what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
it's the angle. It's the angle.
It's an angle, but we've seen that one too many times. I
Rousey.
would like to see the authority take a different angle.
Yes.
Except for being the authority, I'm in control of this, and I get to tell
but
you what to do.
unfortunately, Vince doesn't like that. Vince doesn't like to go too far away from his game plan.
Yeah,
And
obviously,
this is one of his game plans.
Yeah,
it's
and
the old Stone Cold Vince McMahon play. And that's what he's running.
I wish they change it, but yeah.
Steph tells him to be easy. Being a legend doesn't pay the bills. Being the Raw GM does. Then Rousey comes out and defensive ankle. Then Steph tells her to chill.
Mm-hmm.
You work for me. And I gave you your dream match. You can fight anybody you want at the show, just not for the belt. She goes, okay, I'm going to fight you. Then all of a sudden, Triple H comes out. Triple H is like, whoa. Angle, do your job.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a tough guy. He goes, I thought you weren't here. Well, whatever, I'm here. Right? And then he goes, well, all right, if I'm doing my job, I make the match for Rousey and Steph.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he said Steph has 2 contracts.
yes, she has 2 contracts.
Mm-hmm. Which is, I don't
And
understand.
Triple H has 2 contracts.
Yes.
Which sometimes I think he only remembers during WrestleMania.
Yeah.
These days.
Hey, I mean,
He's a part-timer.
What's a WrestleMania without Triple H, right?
Maybe good.
I had a chuckle at that too because that's hilarious.
You talked bad about me in the first episode of I'm Not Asking, I'm Telling You, and I told you that Triple H. Maybe it was the second episode. And I told you Triple H needs to sit out. Just be the boss. And this is perfect of why I'm saying it.
All right, I'm gonna say this. And I'll go back to what we was talking about at the beginning. I think that it wouldn't have been a bad match if it was Kurt Angle and Triple H. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, of course they do.
We all saw what Kurt Angle did when he was with the Shield.
You absolutely right. But you know what? Hey, we can't sit there and pretend like these matches are not choreographed. Like
Yes, but he's old. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's old and he's nowhere in the shape.
But
of
if he
Triple
wasn't
H.
in this picture, we still will see Triple H regardless.
Yes.
Against who? We
I don't know.
We would never
All
know,
right.
right?
Here we go. So we already know, everybody, that
Oh,
Triple
excuse me.
H.
Sorry.
Come on, get your
I'm
mic
sorry.
together, man.
Hey, look, hey.
So we all know that Triple H and Stephanie will be fighting Ronda Rousey
Okay.
and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's going to be towards the end of the show, too. I have a feeling on that already.
Hope not.
Okay, so the Bar fights the Revival.
Wasn't a bad match.
It wasn't. It was
Wasn't
actually
a bad match.
the crowd didn't like it too much. They weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Towards the end, it got better.
I really wish that the Revival won that match.
Because they didn't. The Revival lost, but I think we're seeing the makings of what's going to happen at WrestleMania for the tag teams. I think it's going to be them again.
Well, I'm hearing different.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing that Brother Nero and Matt Hardy.
I'm
is
hearing
gonna
it
be coming
too.
back.
And we're going to touch on that in rumors.
Okay.
We already did that once, so I'm not going to do it again.
I'm
Okay.
hearing it might be a triple threat match.
Oh, shut up. Shut
Yo,
up.
It might be a triple threat match.
Come on, player.
Teddy.
Come on, player. Let's make it our tag team. And then we get the Mr. Free Agent guy, John Cena. John Cena comes and talks about not being successful on Raw. He appreciates being a free agent and being able to go from show to show. Claims he will become the 17-time champion and break the tie with Ric Flair at 16. Thank you.
Tongue-tied.
A little bit there. Says he fights for everything and he's not giving anything, even though that's what people say. And let's put a pin right there. Do you think he's gonna win?
Oh, definitely not.
I don't think
He's not gonna win.
No.
They're gonna set up the match with Taker. I think after Sunday.
I think
after
there's gonna
Sunday.
be something there. Maybe the Taker
Honestly,
comes in the match.
honestly, in my opinion, I don't think John Cena should have been in the match at all. And I'm saying they
They
just
gotta try to
basically-
find a way to get him in.
It could have just been built better.
I don't know
than what it is.
All right. So something that you said that you didn't like already.
Yeah.
Elias does a promo with Angle to try to cancel the match. He says no.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Elias' segment was pretty funny,
What is this?
but I'm just tired of every week Braun Strowman lifting up a truck, a tank.
Somebody said that to
A
me
truck?
tonight too, and then get beat by Roman
A
Reigns.
car, anything he gets his hands on, a piano.
I love
a
it.
bass. I'm tired of this every week. It's the same thing.
I love it.
You know?
Get these hands, bro.
Elias is running, and Braun is just picking up everything he knows to just kill somebody with it.
Yeah. All right. So then Bailey does a promo.
Love it.
Paige interrupts,
Uh-huh.
and then it was a good promo.
It was a good promo. I'm liking that. I don't know now. It's like so unpredictable to me as far as who's going to be the heel in this case.
It's
I don't know
true.
if Bailey's going to be a heel. I don't know if Sasha's going to be a
I
heel.
think-
But honestly, I'm going to tell you this. I wouldn't mind either which way. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing
Neither-
Bailey as a heel.
Both of them need to go heel.
Yeah.
In some type of way.
No, nah. It wouldn't make
Bailey
sense.
needs a
It was
break.
if she's a heel, I wouldn't be mad. If Sasha was a heel, I wouldn't be mad. I'd rather honestly at
Could
this
you
point
make-
in time.
could you make Bailey a tweener?
At this point in time, I would rather see Bailey as a heel. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to see Sasha, but Bailey needs
She
a
needs
change.
it.
She
She
needs
needs
something, yeah. Because right now it's just really. But as you look at it, it's most likely gonna end up being Sasha. It's turning.
Yes. Okay, so the match with Bailey versus Mandy Rose, Bailey wins. Then Rose
course,
and
that's gonna
Deville
happen.
come up to beat her up, and
Sasha comes out for the save,
yeah,
and then Bailey just walk away.
showing a little moxie
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Like I don't need you.
yeah.
What you did to me was wrong, punk.
yeah. But you know what?
It was good though. It's getting away from the little hugger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what they did with John Cena when they had to like make him a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah,
I think it's working for her.
it's working for. But they should have been did something with her.
I agree.
Yeah.
Bliss and my boo, Nia Jax cuts a promo. I really didn't like any of this. She talks to Nia about
I'm gonna be
defeat.
honest with you. I think I took a bathroom break on that, so I didn't really get to see that little.
This is
segment.
usually when I would go get a hot dog or something at the show.
I think I took a bathroom break around that time.
She said, she said, "Don't be down." She tried to encourage her. Nia ends up crying. They try to make Nia a face with that. That's what they tried.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think the whole thing.
Don't talk about my boo Nia
No,
Jax. Thank you.
Don't get me wrong. I like Nia Jax. I just think like they just make her look.
You don't like the big women. We've already
No,
established that.
it's
you
definitely
don't
not
like
that.
the big women.
It's definitely not that at all. It's just the way they building her. They build her to be soft. They build her to be soft.
try to make her face down.
Like you have her being rough and aggressive in one match, and then next thing you know, she loses, and she's walking down the ramp holding her arm, crying. Like this,
They
like it's
made
like,
her a face.
like it was like a retirement match. Like this
Yes.
was her last match. Like
But
if
they
she
made her
lose
a
a match,
face.
she got to retire.
They
or like
made her a
that's-
face. Okay,
Horrible.
let's move on to the Symphony match.
I'm sorry. Let's go back real quick.
Oh gosh.
I want to say this right now, right? I'm going to speak about the Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Do you see Nia Jax going for the title, or do you see her defending that title against Asuka?
Oh, it's gonna be against Nia Jax.
Okay, now, why can't they just build that? You know how long that? Let me explain this. Right now, do you see a building? Do you see something building up between them two?
I think we are seeing the slow makings of it.
The slow makings of it.
They haven't built it enough to where okay, for most WrestleMania stuff at this point, you already know what the build is. It's like it's already big, and I think they didn't know what they were gonna do. Or no, they knew what they were gonna do because I'm pretty sure, I'm like almost 100% sure that Asuka and Charlotte are fighting, and they've known that for a long time.
Okay,
But
I'm
when
gonna
they-
get to that.
But-
I'm gonna
but
talk
when
about
they
that.
didn't do when they didn't do that at the Royal Rumble, and they went with the Rousey thing, and then they tried to do it again, so it was like because they didn't announce that right away, they had to play off like she still might be going after Bliss because you've heard Michael Cole and all of them. They say it a couple times,
I'll say this.
so they had to play it off.
I didn't want to see Alexa Bliss win that title. I didn't want to see her keep the title.
She's a good heel.
But of course, she is a good heel, but I didn't want to see her. I thought that it was time for them to take the title off her. But okay, of course, if you're going to have her take the title, it's going to build up a match between her and whomever at this point in time because I don't know. Like, you could say Nia Jax. I don't understand why it's a slow
David
build.
and Goliath.
Yeah, but
They're gonna
hey,
go right to it. You know they are.
we know who's gonna win that match already.
Yes.
All right.
All right, here we go. So symphony match. Elias starts on the piano, then he gets on the guitar, then they start fighting. Then Braun was on the piano, then he flips the piano.
Hey, you forgot about the drums, man.
Oh yeah.
He did. You know what I'm saying? We drummers, Doc, so we know.
My bad, dog.
Yeah, man.
Um,
It's killing, by the way, too.
it was a funny match.
Yeah, it was fun. The match.
But it's a waste because we still don't know what either one of their WrestleMania fates is.
What was Michael Cole doing, man? Like
Who
he was.
knows?
Why he was standing there? They was telling him to move.
I don't want-
And he was just standing there like he was gonna save Elias. From
I
going through that
don't
table.
want to talk about him.
This
I don't
guy,
wanna talk
man.
about Cole.
Not Michael Cole. What's his name? Coach, man. Coach.
He's even worse.
Coach was like standing. I said Michael Cole. I'm sorry. I meant Coach. He was standing there. It was like move. He was standing there like he was about
Coach.
to prevent him from going.
Coach be looking like a Cuban drug lord, a retired Cuban drug lord, and I'm tired of him.
What do you think about the announce team now?
I like it except for him.
Who, Michael
Coach.
Cole or Coach?
Coach,
It seemed like they're not letting him talk as much as he used to back then
he don't got it.
anymore.
Yeah, he don't got it.
So who you think they should replace him with?
I don't know. Okay, I'm a big fan of JBL, and I'm a big fan of Booker.
I'm a big fan of JBL before Booker.
I like Booker.
Booker's just slow. I like Booker, but he's slow.
He was the color commentation
and then
again.
he never made sense.
Again, he doesn't like the brothers.
No, I love the brothers. I just wish
No.
I wish they stopped making the brothers sound so dumb.
What's name doesn't sound dumb
Who?
over on SmackDown.
Who?
What's this guy's name?
We don't even know who he is.
That's your show. I know the people on my
We
show.
don't even know who he is. I know exactly who you're talking about, the ball guy.
Michael Saxton.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't.
Byron Saxton.
Look at that, Michael Jackson. We don't even know who this guy is. I mean, but we talk about Booker T, man. Booker T used to say a lot of things. That
Yes,
they
but it
never
worked. Him and
Corey Graves.
they work so well together.
They do well with the insults, of course.
They work so well together.
You
But
know.
you look at the great commentators, and we're getting way off.
Oh, yeah,
off
let's-
air.
yeah.
But when you look at the great commentators, Bobby the Brain and Gorilla Monsoon, almost
never
never,
gonna be-
made
it's
sense.
never-
Wait,
let me-
but they almost never made sense.
Let me tell you this though.
Bobby
It's
the
never-
Brain used to say some of the most outlandish things.
But these guys had charisma, and they knew even if they didn't make sense to you, we still believed everything they said.
Michael Cole got not Michael Cole. Corey Graves got charisma.
Corey Graves is great. I don't take nothing from
Booker
Corey
got
Graves.
charisma too.
Booker T is.
He's the fun of the group. He's the
Listen,
color commentator.
This is what we're gonna do. Of course, we're gonna talk about y'all putting it in the comments about who was the. You know what? Who's the top five? Your top five commentators.
And that's what we're gonna do next week.
Yes.
All right, we're moving on. All right, so we get Bray versus Rhino. He beats Rhino in 44 seconds.
I didn't see that match. I was definitely still in the bathroom at that time.
You're disrespecting my show. The match only lasted for 44 seconds, but we know why it only lasted because it was really another chance for them to build up him and Matt.
Yeah.
He calls out Matt, says the Great Wars are far from over.
That means they're gonna have that match.
Matt states if they're going to fight again, it will be on the Hardy compound and calls for the match for the ultimate deletion match.
Can we skip this whole thing? And
No!
go to the next one? I don't know what you want me to say.
Deletion.
I don't know what you want me to say.
You
About
will
it.
fall into deletion.
Is it gonna end up like how
Obsolete.
It's gonna be like how the
Obsolete.
Randy Orton match was when he fought with the worms was in the ring and
I don't know.
honestly,
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. With
I
you,
will
man.
say
Let me
this.
tell you this. I'm gonna say this for WWE to take a page out of a TNA book. It's sort of kind of stupid and going backwards. You know what I'm saying? You want to create something different, but you're basically doing the same thing that TNA already did.
You mean that Matt Hardy already did because it's Matt's.
But it was on TNA.
Yeah, but it was Matt's.
It was on TNA. Though.
All right,
It doesn't matter.
All right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can't really get into it, and I just basically just don't care about that match anymore.
So let's move on.
Let's move on.
Here we go. One of my favorite guys on my show, The Miz. The Miz comes out,
Pretty funny.
does his whining,
Pretty funny.
how he should be on the boards, poster boards down in Nolans, and then
The segment was a little funny.
and then he does the Mizzies.
Yeah.
So he says the first Mizzy is for the superstar that's best at patting themselves on the back. And that award went to Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
It was pretty funny.
But they couldn't accept the award because they weren't invited. Okay.
I'll say this, man. The Miz is hilarious. Man.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
They're giving him freedom to do his thing, and it's great. Next, the award was for the worst GM, and of course that went to Kurt Angle, and he couldn't accept it because he was doing too much sucking up to Rousey. He just was playing in the front, and of course bringing Jason Jordan to his show.
I'm gonna say this. I'm back in the days, man. I used to watch The Miz. Even when he actually made his debut, I thought he wasn't gonna amount to anything on the show. I thought he was gonna be a jobber. He was gonna be whack.
Do you remember
Garbage,
when he did the whole American Idol thing for the women, and he was the game host?
Yes.
On Raw?
Yes.
Yo, he's done a lot.
He's funny.
He
funny.
is.
And honestly, I think his mic skills got him over well with
100%.
everybody else. He's not bad in the ring, but his mic skills just basically put him on another level.
Absolutely.
And, and that's why he's the Intercontinental Champion.
It's a fact. And then, speaking of that, he says he was getting ready to give out the next Mizzy Award, which was going to be a Lifetime Achievement Award for someone who's getting ready to break the records as the greatest Intercontinental Champion, of course.
It was going to be himself.
Of course. And then Seth comes out. Then Balor comes out. And, then he was talking about, you guys beat me last night pretty much last week in a handicap match because I had to fight both of you back to back, which I thought was amazing either way. And then he says, well, how about you guys do a handicap match now? Me and Mr. Raj can shoot you guys.
Okay, now, I have a problem with this.
Okay.
Because of the fact that if you basically, even though it was a handicap match, right? Mm-hmm. It still involved The Miz. It still involved Finn Balor. It still involved Seth Rollins. Why even have that match? I would rather see you have a tag team match with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor against the Mr. Raj, and have The Miz just be at ringside commentating. It's sort of kind of like seeing the match. It's just you adding two people there, and it's like that was a build just to set up a triple threat match. When that triple threat match could have been made a week ago, which we've seen it already coming, but it could have been made a week ago, and then have them fight the Mr. Raj.
It's very true.
You know
so after that match, Seth
came out and
not Seth. Angle did come out
and
made it a triple threat match.
So that's what it is. So why not have just the Mr. Raj taking on Finn Balor and Rollins, and then the Miz interrupting, causing them the match?
I think that would have been stupid too.
It wouldn't have been. I'd rather see that than to have him in the match, because basically, let's be honest, you're gonna probably see the same exact thing. It's just gonna be in different ways. It's gonna be the same exact thing. Some of the same exact moves, some of the same exact spots, and that's what I really don't like. But we're gonna talk about that because something happened that I didn't like.
Okay.
On the next show we'll talk about.
The end of the show is Paul Heyman coming out. Paul Heyman responds to Roman from last week. No Brock, just him and the belt. Shout out to the Universal Championship, the actual belt, making more appearances than Brock Lesnar.
I don't even think that was his. I don't even think that was a real belt.
No, that was the real belt.
That was the real belt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta look back at it.
Yeah, but you do know, they have a belt, like a show belt.
Yeah.
That they take with them, and because every time you win a belt, say me and you fight and you got the belt, and I take your belt that night. That's not actually your belt because each person gets to keep the belts that they won.
They won, yeah.
So I don't know if that was his personal belt.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
But I think that's the belt that Lesnar uses for the show.
Okay.
And that belt gets a whole lot of airtime, way more than Brock.
Hey, but you know, this is a guy that you were saying that a couple of weeks ago that Brock Lesnar, you were saying that AJ Styles never on the show, now all of a sudden you're saying the belt is making no, which is true. It's the truth.
Very true.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. Roman Reigns cut another okay promo
last week, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's we know who's gonna win.
He's getting better though.
We know who's gonna win this match.
Yes.
I think it's time after he wins.
Yeah.
He need to turn.
He's maybe
he need to turn.
He gives Roman props for beating Taker since they're the only two that have done it, but he says yours doesn't matter because the Brock did it first. And then he says some other things that we're not going to say because we're a PG show.
Oh yeah.
And
we are.
And we're trying to get picked up.
Yep.
But basically, he was saying he wants Brock's property, his female, and he can't have it.
You talking about stable?
He took about his belt.
Oh, I thought you were talking about stable. You said it's female. I'm like, oh.
No, it's female. As in, what we use for derogatory words. We're not going to say all those things.
Oh, yeah.
Got it?
Okay.
You there?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
probably took a little bathroom break on that sec.
Stop
Just a
taking
little
bathroom
bit.
breaks
Just a
on
little-
Raw.
just a little bit.
All right. That's the end of Monday Night Raw. I'm giving it a 3.5.
I give it a 3.
We're good. All right. So we're going to the next show, and that is going to be
SmackDown Live.
The Blue Show, everybody. The Blue Show. All right. It starts right in Green Bay, and you have Ruby Riott and Charlotte. What did you think about this promo?
It was all right. But it was like,
She stated some things about Charlotte.
that was like, yeah.
Charlotte's had a great career.
Yeah.
Charlotte is the only woman to win the NXT Championship, the Women's Divas Championship, and the current championship.
Yeah.
She's also won the Raw and SmackDown title.
Okay.
She's done it all. And Ruby said, you've only done all of that because your last name is
Flair.
Do you believe that?
Which is true, yes.
How much do you believe
I will
that?
say this. I'll say this.
Because she's had some great matches.
I'm gonna say this. She has some great matches, and yes, that is the reason why. Because they put her on the pedestal as like the same pedestal they put her father on. They want her to be just like her father, I think. And I think as far as her being a female Ric Flair, they want her to win as much titles as he won. But I think they did it too fast and too soon. You get what I'm saying? She had a lot of great matches. Don't get me wrong, but she could have.
Her and Sasha have great matches.
You know what I'm saying? But honestly, we know.
Didn't they do the Iron Man match?
Some of those matches. I'm going to tell you the truth. I wasn't really too fond of some of those matches they had.
What about the Hell in a Cell?
I didn't like that match.
I liked it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like. There's a lot.
You don't like that kind of stuff because you don't think females should be in those kind of matches. Do you hear this, ladies? He
I
doesn't
don't
think that you women can do it all. Anything you can do, I can do better.
I just don't like females hurting themselves in those type of matches.
Oh, so you're saying that they can't handle themselves?
I'm not saying that they can't, but I'm saying.
So what are you saying, Bo's Nose, at 1983?
I'm saying it like this. I would rather a female have a one-on-one match, tag team match. I don't want to see them put themselves in positions where they can injure themselves.
But it's okay for men to do it?
Men do it. They've been doing it for years.
So it's okay?
They've been doing it for years.
Is it okay for them to do it?
I think, put it this way, I think that in this case, they've been doing it for years. And if you have the right people in place, it's not a problem. For women, I don't want to see no woman jumping off of a cage, off a Hell in a Cell. I don't want her jumping off one of the pods in the elimination chamber.
I do.
I don't want to see that.
I do.
That's
okay.
Not me.
So they talked some mess.
Yeah.
Then her girls come in and they get ready to jump her.
Like they always do.
And Bobby Roode comes out.
Yeah.
To save the day. What did you think about that? You think they're gonna try to make a thing out of that? I mean, it was a decent promo.
It makes sense to me.
It was a decent promo exchange.
I think what's gonna happen is they probably gonna play the couple role on.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could see. Bobby
I think they
Roode
tried to make Charlotte a true baby face with that whole promo, and you can't make her a baby face completely.
But why did Bobby Roode come out for the save? It's because they in the mixed match challenge.
Yes.
So what was the point of I don't understand unless they're gonna have like a little segment together where it's gonna be and I think all I see is like a Nia Jax and like.
Did you see
Enzo was on the show
did you see the tweet from Charlotte? And she did "The Boy Is Mine," the Brandy song.
No.
Yeah, and it was.
Oh. Oh wow.
I will, but you're not on the show. Watch.
Yeah.
So your watch always want to be on the show.
Yeah.
He came out because he was going to be on the next segment, and he came out for the purposes of because they're teammates, and they might play the little love role.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
But Bobby Roode came out in the U.S. Championship, and he made the glorious entrance, and he joined commentary for the match.
Yeah.
The match that I'm talking about is Randy Orton versus
Don't
Jinder
care.
Mahal.
Don't care. We can skip that match altogether because this all it is a match for a different. Come on. We've seen this match already.
Jinder Mahal
We've
won
seen
it.
this match already. But Jinder Mahal came out on top. But we've seen this match. We've seen that one of the Singh brothers get thrown on the announce table before. We already seen that when they was fighting for the championship title. So now we got to see it again. Like, I'm tired of seeing
I
that.
give this match a 2.
I don't give it nothing.
Wow. All right. Sami Zayn was shown in the locker room with a KO. Zayn says he's ready for the six-pack challenge at Fastlane. And he was ready. He knows that KO is ready too. He points out that he's gonna make sure that he's gonna take the fall, and he's gonna let Owens win.
Yeah.
Remember this. Always remember this. Heels lie,
Yeah.
even to another heel. It's just what they do.
Yeah.
And Sammy's turning out to be an okay heel.
Yeah.
I think he
But
needed
do-
Kevin to push him over.
So does that make Kevin a face?
Nope. They both heels.
We got to see how this is going to play out.
Yes, but they're both still heels.
Let's not get too, let's go. Yeah, because we got to see how it plays out.
Okay.
The ending,
Baron Corbin does a cell phone promo with some of his words showing up on the screen.
I'm tired of them too. I'm tired of. I don't even understand where does that come from?
What?
That the
I don't know. Your show sucks.
the little pro. You know what? I think they're trying to go back to when how wrestling used to be.
don't
I'd rather Mean Gene Oakland come back
don't
and
know.
interview the wrestlers.
I don't know.
Or something like I don't understand. Oh, John Cena, like this is so stupid and it's popular. I think that's stupid. I'm sorry. That's in my opinion.
My name is Jay Vo,
Yeah.
and I like wrestling. I'm gonna put
Same-
I'm gonna put all of the joints right there,
that
like
was-
I did last
that was-
week,
That was stupid.
because it sucks.
That was yeah.
Yeah, it just really sucks. I don't know. Okay, so then we go to Nakamura. He has an interview about his fight.
Rusev Day.
Yes. And then they cut to that. Then they do Becky Lynch and Carmella.
Hold up, man. You didn't talk about when Nakamura did.
What happened?
When
Talk about it.
Yeah, when he did the Rusev Days bit, it was pretty funny.
I guess.
Well, you didn't like that? I don't even know how these two guys end up fighting each other.
I don't. You know why they're fighting each other?
Why?
Because Nakamura beat up Aiden last week. So he said he wanted to get revenge,
Okay.
and then that's how we get
They're gonna just keep burying my man Rusev. Man.
Rusev and Nakamura at Fastlane.
It's burying day. They're gonna bury that man. Next match, man.
All right. Then we get Becky Lynch versus Carmella.
That's what I want to talk about. That's what I wanna talk about.
Whack.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. That match was of course bad.
Yep.
But I want to know what's gonna. I'm sort of kind of curious to know what's gonna happen after after the women's match, the title match, because normally people cash in when at WrestleMania.
What? I don't know.
She
what she's
had
gonna
that daggone briefcase for almost what, 2 years? I'm over exaggerating.
You
but
are,
let me
because
tell you-
it's a full year.
Well, let me tell you this, man. She had that briefcase for a while. So what's gonna happen? I want to know what match she's gonna play a part in. Who is it gonna be? Alexa Bliss against Nia Jax, or is it gonna be Charlotte against Asuka?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna. I know she's gonna end up winning. She's gonna end up cashing in, and she's gonna end up winning the title. I don't know, but she never been champion before.
I think she's gonna cash in. She's gonna mess it up.
I don't know.
I think so.
Because we always get that person we don't want to be champion, but end up getting a belt because they cash in. For instance, Sheamus. Remember? I didn't want Sheamus to win that match.
Not at all.
Cashed it and he won. So let's see what happens with Carmella. I don't know which match. I think I'm assuming it's definitely not going to be Asuka. I don't think that will be smart. But I think it's going to be between Nia Jax and probably Alexa Bliss.
So
Maybe. She get to cash in any championship she want. I mean, any title she want, right? Am I correct?
yes.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
All right. Well, Becky Lynch won that match by submission.
Yeah.
Natalya went up to Naomi backstage in the locker room with Natalya saying she heard Carmella was battling with the flu, which is why Becky won. The women argued with Naomi asking Natalya to name a friend of hers that isn't a cat. Yo, your show is so whack. Naomi suggested Natalya teams up with Carmella against Becky and Naomi at Fastlane. Natalya said that was fine because she needed a tune-up before WrestleMania. Naomi finished it off with more trash talk, mentoring Natalya, whatever.
Oh, man.
This is what they did on your show. You know, I wasn't gonna read that.
I'm sorry, it's a little funny though.
I wasn't gonna read that.
It's a little funny,
but I had to read it because it was so stupid.
It was stupid, but it was stupid.
It
funny,
was
though.
so
Oh my goodness.
stupid. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Okay, AJ cuts a great promo.
Yeah, he does. He does. I think the fans was booing him though.
Maybe a little.
It was.
Maybe a
I
little.
don't know, man.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
I heard somebody in the crowd say, "Yo, he sucked." That's what I heard.
And I think I heard somebody say no one cares. That's
Like
something
I
he said.
don't understand. Like maybe maybe it's me, but I don't think that's your champion, man. I don't think they want to I don't know what's going on with that situation, but AJ Styles is the man. He's the face that runs the place, man. I'm saying it's the house that AJ Styles built.
And then Ziggler comes out and breaks it up. I like Ziggler doing these promos.
The promos is not bad, man. I'm just like you already know how I feel.
Yeah, but they're building them back up.
They building them back up. Why they have to build them back up?
I don't know.
Why are they building them back up?
I don't know.
Been already at that status.
Yes,
already.
but
We
this
already
is your
built.
dumb show.
Okay, and then you're gonna go from there to them getting jumped by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and then they make it
Shout out to my KO Mania shirt tonight.
But no. This is what makes no sense again. What do they make? What do they turn the match into?
They turned into exactly what we get ready to see at Fastlane.
Which is stupid. Minus one person,
Yep.
and that's what's gonna happen because that person ain't gonna win the title anyway. He's not. He's probably gonna be the first one. Hold on. Is it a elimination?
Nope.
So whoever wins wins.
Whoever wins.
And then they got Sammy who wins. So that means you know who's going to win the title. And who's going to retain the title. and keep
Well,
the
we get
title.
ready to do that, so let's not.
Yeah.
All right, so in the Fatal 5-Way, we get Sami Zayn winning over
Which
KO.
I'm going to say this.
I enjoyed that.
I love the turn. Yes, I did.
I enjoyed
I
it.
loved that too. I loved it. That was the best part.
I think
mad.
that was one of your
mad.
shining moments.
I was mad, but that actually.
Okay, what's the shining
was
moments of your
small.
show?
That's
number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
AJ's promo
AJ promo.
and
It's sort of kind of Nakamura. I thought Nakamura Day. Just kidding, that was pretty funny.
I guess.
That was pretty funny.
I guess.
And I'm not a big Nakamura fan. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but that was pretty funny.
Okay, well, that's SmackDown.
Yeah, that's SmackDown.
I'm rating it at a 2.5.
I hate to agree with you, but I'm gonna have to.
2.5. Well, you heard it here. Raw has beat SmackDown at what? The last 3 weeks?
Because Raw has made a lot of sense. Besides what they're doing with
Go Monday Night Raw.
Ron Strowman,
Monday
everything
night.
else is making a little bit of sense now. You know,
Go Monday.
I'm happy to see, like I said, on Raw, there's a lot of things that I like and there's a lot of things that I dislike. But I'm happy to see that even with the tag team, match that they had with the Bar and the Revivals. I'm happy to see the Revivals on TV. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? I'm happy. They need more tag teams though. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things that I dislike, but like I said, it's only going to get, I guess, better from here. Let's see what happens. In the upcoming
And speaking
weeks.
of, let's see what's happened. Let's go to our next segment, and that's going to be predictions.
Predictions, okay.
We only do this joint here. We only do this part here for predictions. He's searching through. We only do predictions when we have a pay-per-view coming up.
NXT.
NXT. We're doing predictions. So we're doing predictions for
Fastlane.
Fastlane.
Yes.
Fastlane is Sunday. This is gonna be a breeze because it ain't that many matches.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Here we go. This is predictions. So let's start with the dumb female match that we just talked about.
He said a dumb female.
Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Carmella and Natalya. I got Becky in them winning.
I got Natalya and Carmella winning.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on. Shinsuke Nakamura.
You know why? You want me to tell you why?
Sure.
Because Becky Lee and them just won the match. Becky just beat Carmella last Tuesday. So obviously, see them
But
win.
is there going to be some kind of build up for WrestleMania from this or something for them?
Who knows? Like
Which
I
is
said,
horrible.
if so, Becky comes out on top.
Yes,
but
but-
Carmella still got the briefcase, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but my thing is, for your last pay per view before Mania, it should be all stuff that's leading
And
towards the WrestleMania. To WrestleMania.
I don't think you should have matches that's gonna be taking place at WrestleMania.
No, but I think they should. Whatever they do here should have been gearing up for these people to get.
And I could see it happening.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. But
All
I know
right.
whatever. I think Carmella and Natalya's gonna come out on top.
What do you think about Nakamura versus Rusev?
Of course, Nakamura's gonna come out on top. They're gonna bury my man. Rusev Day.
I think they give it to Nakamura to give him a push before WrestleMania because I think it's going to be a good match between the two of them.
But
Don't be surprised if Rusev pulls it out.
they need to
Just-
give Rusev a title already, man.
Just don't be surprised.
I mean, it don't even have to be the heavyweight championship title. I don't even see why I don't see him in the U.S. title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be that. And
Speaking
then,
of the U.S.
yeah.
Championship,
Yeah.
Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton.
Randy Orton taking that match, I think.
I also see Randy winning
Then
that.
again, I'm gonna say this. I see it being a disqualification.
Okay.
With Jinder Mahal taking, because you got to think Jinder Mahal won the match, so he's gonna feel why is he not in this match, and I think Jinder Mahal is gonna cause.
A triple threat for WrestleMania?
Yes, it's gonna be a triple threat for WrestleMania with.
It's either going to be that or I feel like Orton wins the match and then he gets his rematch at WrestleMania. And it's going to be one of the early cards.
I don't think Orton's gonna win the title. I think Bobby Roode's gonna keep that title.
I think Orton might win it because it's the only belt
Think, this is what I think. I think Bobby Roode's gonna keep the title, but I think he's gonna lose it at WrestleMania.
to Orton.
Either the Orton or Jinder Mahal. Like I said, I told you in the past.
This would make Orton a Grand Slam champion,
I'm
though.
gonna tell you this. I can see Jinder Mahal winning that title. I wouldn't be mad if he did, because he is anti-American.
Yes.
And
it
honestly,
always works.
Yeah, and it always works.
Yes.
It will definitely works.
Which
Honestly,
is why I believe he wins it now.
Jinder's not in the match.
No, Orton. I think Orton wins it now.
The
Then
reason why it would make sense because we just seen this match. We've seen this match so many times for the heavyweight championship title. We've seen this match now for the we've seen this match on Tuesday. So it's not going to happen. I think.
I think it's going to be Orton wins over Rude. Rude gets his rematch, and somewhere or another, Jinder gets into that. It becomes triple threat. Jinder wins at WrestleMania.
I disagree. I see Bobby Roode winning. I see Jinder Mahal coming out causing somebody's match. Bobby Roode winning or retaining the title, even if he get disqualified. He's going to retain the title. He's going to leave. He's going to leave Fastlane with the title.
So I'm gonna steal what you usually do.
What?
Put it in the comments, everybody.
In the comments.
Who do
He's
you think
gonna
is
leave with
gonna
that
win?
title, regardless if he wins or lose.
Who do you think wins?
If he wins or lose, he's gonna win.
Who do you think leads Fastlane with the U.S. Championship?
I see.
Either
Bobby
Orton
Roode.
or Bobby Roode. Put
Now
it in
let
the
me tell you
comments.
this. That's not talking about who's winning the match because if
No, we're saying
Randy Orton
who's-
might win the match, but I
Right.
think
We're saying who's gonna leave with the belt. That's what we want them to put in the comments.
Everybody put in the comments, please. Let
Put
us
it in the
know your
comments.
opinion.
All right, here we go. Women's Championship. Flair versus Ruby. We really don't need to talk about this.
Yeah, we already know who's gonna win that match.
Charlotte's going to win this, and I believe at the end of the match, Asuka comes out and challenges her for the belt. This is what they've been saying, and I think this is how they're going to do it.
I didn't see that happening. I probably don't see that happening, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
I think it's going to. I think that's just the way they're going to do
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Tag team: the Usos versus the New Day. Who do you got?
The Bludgeon Brothers making their way in this match, interfering. I got the Usos winning it.
I got the Usos losing to the New Day in one scenario, and then it's a rematch to set up for them at WrestleMania. Or I have
They're
the
not gonna do
Usos
that. They're not
winning.
gonna do that WrestleMania match.
Wait, no, they're gonna fight at WrestleMania.
Not New Day.
Yes, they are.
No.
It's gonna be a triple threat.
It-
I bet you your wax show does a triple threat.
Listen, Put it in the comments.
Put
I
it in
don't
the
see that
comments.
happening again. We've seen it so many times.
I
I'm
bet
tired
you.
of seeing
I
it.
bet you it's the
I don't
Bludgeon
think
Brothers.
It's gonna happen.
I bet you
It
it's the
might be
Bludgeon Brothers,
against the Usos.
the
I do not
Usos,
see I
and the
do
New
not see
Day,
a triple threat
and the
match.
New Day winning it at WrestleMania. Thank
New
you.
Day is not gonna win those titles back.
Yes, they are.
Guaranteed.
Yes, they
Bludgeon
are.
Brothers will win that title.
They're not.
They will.
They're not. No one wants to see that gimmick with the belt.
Listen, nobody want to keep seeing New Day and Usos share the title. They're the
First
only
of all,
tag team champions that
They're great at what they do.
Okay, they could be great at what they do, but it's
They're
time
great
to
at what
see
they do.
somebody else.
And it ain't the
It's
Bludgeon
just
Brothers.
like me. I'm tired of seeing. It's just like Brock. I'm tired of seeing Brock with the title every week.
All right.
And he's not defending it.
Let's see what happens.
I don't want to see Roman with it either because we've seen that already.
Doom,
I think we need some new people. We need some new faces. We have these.
Who?
We need new faces.
Who?
man.
Who's gonna be the champ?
Who?
Who? Who? Who?
I don't know, man. Finn Balor. Give it to him.
All right. Goodbye.
Give it
Thank
to
you.
him.
God
Why
bless
not?
you. Is
my
my prayer. Let's move on to the WWE Championship six-pack challenge match. We all know who wins this. AJ
Yeah,
Styles.
of course. Of course.
Right?
Yes.
And then AJ gears up for Nakamura,
Yeah.
which is going to be a great match.
I will see I see a face down happening. I see a face down happening.
I agree.
You know, so let's see what happens after that match.
I agree. All right. Well, we are moving on. That was pretty
We're
quick.
moving.
And all right, Dr. Braun.
All right.
We are moving on, and we are moving to what I like to say, rumors.
Rumors.
That's it. Yes, we are moving on to rumors, and we are going to do a segment of rumors that we've done before, and it is called Buy or Sell. So, if you believe it,
I buy it.
if you don't,
I sell it.
well, there it is. All right, here we go. The WWE endeavored former Cruiserweight champion Rich Swann on Thursday. Swann was arrested in December on charges of battery and kidnapping. And after being accused of trouble with his wife during the argument, they began in their vehicle. Those charges were dropped.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Swann said he's retiring. Do you buy it or sell it?
Sell it.
He says after he finishes these couple of indie engagements that he has, he's gonna retire. What do you think?
I say selling. He's gonna sell it. I think I don't see him retiring.
I think I buy it.
I don't.
All
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Unless wrestling put a bad taste in his mouth. Like unless what happened put a bad taste in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It almost cost his man his marriage. I'm saying, but then again, you got to understand, you are a superstar. You being put in certain situations, you got to make smart decisions.
You
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
make smart decisions.
So, and you can't put yourself in situations. In his case, he put himself in a situation, and it cost him his job, and it almost cost him his marriage.
Okay,
So
I hear you. According to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE is going with the idea Brock Lesnar is leaving, and they are likely going to be downplaying him, and it's going to be like his run coming to an end. You buy it or sell it?
I buy it.
I buy it too.
Yeah.
I think they know either he's going to be taking a long break or he's leaving. So
I'm hearing
I buy
UFC,
it.
man. I know you saying that is
he got that suspension.
he's
He's gonna have to wait a whole year. Maybe he'll take that year to train. I don't know. All right.
Heard he wanted to do both though,
Yeah.
and they just was like, no, because he want to pay day from both of them.
Yeah. Well, that could mean that Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie and Triple H match gets the main event spot over Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. The match order has not been finalized. Do you buy or sell it?
I'm telling you right now, I think it's gonna happen. I'm buying that. Don't want to,
Sadly,
but of course,
yes.
this is what WWE do, as far as making stupid decisions like this and having certain matches go on, main event matches go on before, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like so, I really
Yeah.
see that happening. I don't want to see it happen, but yeah, it's gonna happen.
The Observer notes that the WWE is concerned enough about possible issues with both Lesnar and Reigns that they are not scheduled a few key players until they're sure the issues with them are settled. So basically what they're talking about is they're waiting to see if that guy puts them in the steroids I'm boring you, man?
No, not at all.
Okay, just checking. They're checking to see if the
I
steroids.
mean, a little bit. You talk about Brock and Roman Reigns.
Whatever.
Get a little boring sometimes.
Whatever. This is what we got to do.
But you know what? Honestly, like I said, back to me saying that
But
you
this-
put yourself in certain situations, man. You got to understand you're a superstar. You're in the limelight. These people,
Very true.
Your role models, people watch you, so you got to understand that you can't put yourself in certain situations.
It's true. It's
Now,
absolutely
I
true.
don't, I don't know how these guys feel. I know they go out there, they put their bodies on the line every single day, but at the same time, you got to understand, man. Like this is a business, and y'all guys.
And there are rules.
Yeah, there are rules, and y'all got to
Rules and regulations. You got to go by them.
Yep.
This is why we don't have matches for Braun Strowman and people like Elias, because they don't have a clear direction of what they can do with him until they figure out what's happening with Brock and them. All right. So the Ultimate Deletion match, which we talked about earlier, is going to take place on an episode of Raw instead of WrestleMania. You buy it or sell it.
Guess what? At this time, right now, I buy.
Don't. Oh, okay. I was about to. I thought you was getting ready to say you don't care.
buy it.
Okay. I'm glad you.
I don't care, but I don't buy it either. Listen,
I'm
man,
glad
I
you're
don't.
following the rules, and then I brought you back. All right. Speaking of which, PW Insider notes Ultimate Deletion was filmed yesterday in Cameron, North Carolina,
Jesus
and
Christ.
Jeremy Borash was there to work on it with everyone.
my
They were trying to say that it was they used old footage from TNA.
And I'm sure what's his name was there too? Gregory Helms.
Probably.
Helms, excuse me.
Probably.
The Hurricane, if anybody don't know who that is. He was there.
Probably.
Sitting on the pickup truck. with a shovel.
Probably. All right. Well,
Come on, man. We've seen this already, man. Guys, come on. Let's be more original. Let's put together a match that nobody's seen. We've seen this already in TNA. I don't want to see it again. I don't care, man. Listen, I honestly, at this point in time, I really
I think I'm gonna give
Matt
you.
Hardy, broken Matt Hardy, never came back.
I think I'm gonna give you your own segment.
What segment is that?
I don't care.
Yo,
I'm gonna
know
let
what?
you talk about the things that you don't care about.
Okay, that's great.
Get it together for next
But you
week.
know what? Let me tell you this. If you don't care either, just leave it right now.
Oh gosh.
Leave it right in the comments.
Okay. Well, we're going to something that I really care a whole lot about. It's our next segment. It's top 5, everybody.
Top 5.
Top 5. All right.
Okay.
Well, we're on the road to WrestleMania. Not KO, but WrestleMania. So we're gonna stay with that, and we're talking about top 5 Stone Cold.
I was about to say take a match. I don't know why I'm thinking
We
about
did that last week.
Yeah, we did.
Stone Cold WrestleMania matches. You want me to start reading some off?
I was like, take a matches.
That's why you did it. All right. Top 5 Stone Cold,
yeah.
Steve Austin WrestleMania matches.
Oh, man.
All right. I have 2 lists here,
Okay.
and I think I'll read from both. Coming at number 5 on one list was HBK at 13. You think that needs to be at top? That needs to be at the bottom of the top 5?
If anything, I would put that. No, I wouldn't put that at the bottom. I'll put that like number 2.
I don't know.
I'll put that like number 2.
I don't think so. All right, coming in at number 4 is The Rock, WrestleMania 15.
I will put that as number 3.
Coming in at number 3 is The Rock at WrestleMania 19.
That's Hollywood Rock.
I think so. Yes.
I didn't really care too much for that match.
WrestleMania number 2 on this list is Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. It was a great match.
Was that the match where he was bleeding and he? That was that's the beginning of.
The Stone Cold.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a good match. I agree.
And number 1 on this list is The Rock, WrestleMania 17. That's a great
I'll
match.
I'll put the 15 before 17.
Really?
Yes.
All right, so let's look at this next list.
I'll put 15 before 17.
They got The Rock, WrestleMania 19 at number 5. That's Hollywood Rock. So I put it
That's why I
there.
said I didn't really care too much about it.
But it was still top 5, but I put it there.
I wouldn't put that top 5.
Shawn Michaels on this one is number 4.
That was when he fought.
13. Well, I don't know why that says 14.
That's-
No, 14. That's when
Mike Tyson.
yes,
Yeah, that's what number you got that as?
number 4.
I probably would put that number 1.
No.
I will put that number 2.
Rock.
I will put that number 2.
Rock-
I will put Brett because that's the beginning of Stone Cold at number 1. I will put Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold with Mike Tyson number 2. But people will say number 1. I will put Rock 15. Rock and Stone
First of
Cold
all,
15
can we give my man The Rock a round of applause? He's made this list 3 times.
Yes, he has.
You can't rock. He's not clapping for the brother. He doesn't like the brothers.
Nah, I was gonna give him my eyebrow, but of course. All right, yeah, that's
All
what
right.
I was gonna do.
He's had some great matches with Stone Cold.
Yeah, he has some memorable matches, but the most is 15 to me.
Yes. If it was me, I would go Brett number 1. I'd go.
Michael's number 2.
No, this is mine. I'd go Rock. Rock 15.
Sorry.
Michaels. And then Rock 19.
You will put Rock 15 over Michaels.
I don't know if you know, but I'm with The Rock.
Okay.
If you smell
Okay, listen.
what The Rock,
Before you do that, people,
you
put in the
don't
comments.
interrupt The Rock.
People,
You don't interrupt The Rock, you Rudy Poo. Oh, you jabroni.
for people who want to know, we want to know your top 5, guys. So, in the comments, please let us know your top 5 matches of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Please do.
Like, yeah.
So we can settle this little tip we have.
But of course, we never spoke about this because we're gonna talk about this. I'm assuming next segment. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Notice that Stone Cold never fought Undertaker at one at a WrestleMania,
It is very true.
which is like really weird to me.
He's never fought.
But
him.
honestly, if they fought, who would you put over in that match? You would never know. Good question.
Maybe we have to do a what if segment
What if?
for matches that we never got
I'm
to see.
thinking about something stupid like putting Stone
You're
Cold.
dumb. Because you're dumb. You're dumb. All right, we're moving on, and we're moving on to I'm not asking you.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Well,
Yep.
like I said, we at the end of the road, man.
Yep.
All the way go. Sing with me, man. To the. You don't want to sing with me?
I can't hold a note up.
You can.
I can't.
I've heard you on the records.
Oh, no,
But
no,
we're not talking about that right now. Right now, we're talking about the last segment of the show. I'm not asking you.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Shout out to ADC. Listen, so as always, I prepare a little something to talk about. And today, I don't have my papers. I don't have my monologue. I don't have my soliloquy.
Yep.
I just got what's coming from the heart and a little bit off the dome. I'm mixing it up. So here we go.
Did he say off the dome?
I said off the dome,
Okay.
but it's not off the dome. Give me your top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Top 5.
Wow.
Dead or alive, like you love to say.
I would say Hogan. I'm gonna say
Not in order.
I'm gonna say these are guys that I grew up on loving when I was young.
You don't have to. Top 5. man.
Undertaker, Hogan, Sting, Warrior, Flair.
That is such a horrible list. That is such a horrible
All right, I'll
list.
replace Sting with Macho Man.
It's still a bad list.
No, it's not actually.
It's an okay list.
I like Sting though. I'm putting Sting back on
Okay.
there. Sting.
Maybe a
over
year or
one.
two ago, they were doing the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. And I started thinking about it, and I decided I was going to do my own.
Okay.
And mine's wasn't too much different from what they said, though. So I'm going to give you mine's. and then from the
Can I,
5,
all
we're
right,
gonna do
can I
10.
say something before? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Sure.
I'm gonna say this. Now, when I say top 5, I'm talking about of that era. I grew up
Each
watching.
of them. Wait,
all
no.
right, I'm gonna say that. I grew up watching wrestling in that era. Those were my top 5 of that era. Now,
No,
you
no.
talking about the Attitude
I
Era?
said of all time.
all times. Okay, let me.
I said of all time.
Okay, of all
You
time.
need to listen when I'm doing. I'm not asking
Oh
you.
my goodness. Okay, I will put The Rock, Hogan, Stone Cold, Ric Flair,
Come on, say that right now.
Bret Hart,
No, you were so close, bro.
Shawn Michaels.
Still not good enough.
But what about Taker? It's hard, man. You know what? I'm sorry. It's hard to do the top
And
5.
this,
There's a lot of guys, man.
and this.
That's why we gotta do it by eras,
No,
man. We gotta do it by
and my
eras.
hat got a little messed up there. And this is how
my
I bring in
goodness,
my
man.
segment of I'm not
Jesus
asking, I'm telling
Christ.
you.
It's hard, man.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Because this is where you do it.
Mm-hmm.
When you do a top 5, you have to do their era, right? And you have to think about the
Their
eras.
accomplish-
Hold on,
yeah.
the eras of wrestling, and who was the top guy in those eras.
Okay.
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 So I'm gonna give you my top 5,
Okay. Go ahead.
and then as I go a little bit further, I'm gonna get to the meat of my top 5 and possibly top 10 wrestlers of all time.
So what era are you starting from?
No order, just top 5.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hogan,
Okay.
unequivocally, I had to use a big word. We would not be doing a podcast today if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
Okay. You said something.
We have no wrestling without Hulk Hogan. We have no sports entertainment
You're right.
without Hulk Hogan. Him and Vince put together this great phenomenon that we have today. And without either one of those two, it's like Diddy and Big. It's like Suge and Pac. It's like we don't get 50 without M. We don't get M without
I'm gonna say
without
this.
Dre. You gotta respect the man for
All
what
right,
he's done.
all right. I'm not knocking you, man. But it's difficult to say that when you what about Ric Flair? Because if you let Hogan tell it, Ric Flair is the man that of you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
So
he
it's
has to
like
say
you
that.
can't- But that's
But I'm not putting them in order. So please don't.
All right. No, I'm not saying
'Cause
I
I'm not saying that he's better than Flair.
I'm not saying that. I know that. I know what you're saying. But you're saying like Vince is like Puff and you know what? But at the end of the day, we had WCW as well. And I know you didn't finish.
I'm not
the top
finished.
5.
I'm not finished.
Go ahead. But I'm going to say that
Because-
you can't just say Hogan was the
For WWE, he was.
for WWF. Yes.
And this is a WWE WWF show.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you very much. God bless you is my prayer.
okay. So we getting there. Okay, I understand that now. Go ahead.
Number 2, which is not in order. I'm just my second one.
Okay.
Ric Flair,
Okay.
16-time champion.
Woo! 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 Okay.
He's a wrestling icon.
Yes, he is.
Now, if we look at other people in his era, one would want to say Dusty Rhodes.
Okay, I agree.
But Flair was the star power between the two of those.
Yes.
A lot of that was Rhodes
They both
as the
were.
brain.
They both were, but
Yes.
But Flair was the main. Like, yeah,
He topped him.
yeah. He was as far as
He
like,
topped him. And it showed for how long the both of them were able to wrestle. But Flair wrestled 40 years,
Yeah.
50 years. He's an icon. And he brought the South and NWA and all of these wrestling companies. They would be nothing without Rick. WCW, they owe a lot to Ric Flair in their heyday.
NWA. You mean?
No, I'm talking about WCW too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you know.
Some
yeah.
of his greatest promos ever were cut on WCW.
Yeah.
Back in the old days when they used to do like it was their TV show and they would.
Yeah.
He cut some of his best stuff there. Him and the Four Horsemen. Great. I'm moving on. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
What that man did for wrestling,
He changed.
he changed the game.
Yeah, he did.
He changed the game.
Okay.
We got the tweener between the face and the heel because of him.
Yeah.
Some of his matches with The Rock, Triple H, Foley, man, we could go through it. I don't even want to list all of the championships
Yeah.
that man has won.
Mhm.
He's the guy.
Mhm.
Now, I gotta go with The Rock. He didn't win a lot of championships.
So who you got so far? Hogan,
Mm-hmm.
Flair,
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold, The Rock.
I got the great one.
Okay.
He was only a professional wrestler, like a straight professional wrestler for 7 years. But in
I would
those
put him
7
up there-
years,
I will put him up there because he's
changed the game.
He's
He's
not
an
only did he
icon,
change the
bro.
game, but he's changed his whole charisma. Everything changed with The Rock, and they just start letting him be him, and that's what people why people started liking him. You know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, even in the school, people that didn't watch wrestling
Hey, buddy.
would know his catchphrase.
Hey,
you know what I'm
buddy,
saying?
are you ready for this last one?
Yeah,
You sure?
I want to. Yeah, go ahead.
John Cena.
No,
For his era,
no.
he's the guy.
Over Shawn Michaels, bro.
For his era.
Over Bret Hart, bro.
For his era.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
No. No. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand
tell you-
exactly.
let me
I
tell you why.
understand-
Let me
I
tell you why.
understand- I understand exactly what you're saying.
I'm
'cause
looking at
his accomplishments.
I'm looking at all the eras.
Okay, but
He
all right.
did more than Brett. He won more than Brett.
I don't know, man.
Did he not do more
He
in
probably
WWE?
did. At the end of the day, though.
Did he not win more matches?
Let me tell you this. He probably did. You probably right. I'm going to disagree.
It's not probably. I'm right, bro.
You're right as far as what he accomplished. But as far
He's
as
had a
saying-
better career.
but-
His WCW days were a bad. It leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
Brett?
It was a tarnish to his career.
It was a tarnish to his career, but you can't forget about what he accomplished in WWF.
It wasn't long enough.
It wasn't to whom. This is why we need to put this in the comments.
Put it in the
Because
comments. Well, listen, I'm telling
obviously, yeah, this is what I'm saying. I am not going to disagree with the accomplishments of John Cena. But I'm not going to put John Cena over Shawn Michaels, and I'm not going to put John Cena over Bret Hart, and I'm not going to put him over Undertaker as well. I can't.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I can't.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
I'm so glad
I
you
can't.
brought that up.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about what makes you great. Okay? As far as a wrestler. Your ability in the ring. Your charisma. Your look.
Okay.
Because if you don't have a look, you can't make it in this business.
Can I say something real quick? So you're saying what makes you great? Because John Cena is a 16-time heavyweight champion, that's what makes him better than Bret the Hitman Hart?
Yes.
Okay, so
Championships do matter.
So
A part of greatness. They
okay.
do.
So Stephen Curry is better than LeBron because he won more championships than LeBron.
No, he hasn't won more. You don't know basketball.
Huh?
Steph only has 2. LeBron has 3.
No, I mean,
So what are you saying?
yeah, all right, well, can we rephrase?
No. We're keeping this on. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about, I mean, all right, so no, but I'm sorry. Let me say this. You're right. LeBron did win. I got it confused. Stephen Curry. People think Stephen Curry is a better basketball player
He's not.
than LeBron
He's not.
because of that.
He's not.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm
LeBron
saying.
is the most. First of all, why we talk about basketball?
Okay,
But he's the most all-around best basketball player.
Is he, no, I'm going to say this. So is he better? And I know we get off the topic already. We're talking about basketball. Is he better than Jordan?
Yes, as an all-around player, absolutely.
But you're saying the reason why I'm saying that, but Jordan won more championships. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, but guess what?
What?
Jordan's not the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay, but I'm saying this. Is what
You
I'm
know
saying.
why? You know why?
Why?
Because Bill Russell won the championship 11 times.
But that's what
we
I'm saying.
we going too
So
far.
See, no. All right. Now I don't want to get on the topic. Off the
Well, we
topic
already
of
are.
wrestling. But like I said, this is what I'm talking about.
We're
When
already
you, when
off.
when you say things like because John Cena have won.
No, wait. But see, here's the thing. I don't make that the biggest part of why.
Okay.
But it is a part of the reason. Michael Jordan I'm just using this now.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
And by the way, we're not talking about basketball. We're just using.
Yeah,
we're
putting the
basically
reference.
trying to
Michael Jordan, what he has over LeBron is not just the championships, but it's because he went to 6 NBA finals and never lost.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? To me, that gives Mike something that
Okay.
LeBron will never be able to
Okay.
get. But that doesn't make him great because LeBron has been to the playoffs more times than him, to the finals more times. He's just lost more. But you can't tell me because you've won 6 straight that you're the greatest. Magic went 9 times and won 5. Is he better than Magic Johnson? I don't think so.
I'm going to say this.
But-
you might listen. You might say that. At the end of the day, there's something different about Michael Jordan and why he's
no. But because we're talking about what he did for basketball on a whole, and what John Cena has done for wrestling on a whole, he put WWE on his back for the last 12, 13, 14 years?
Because it was
15 years?
Because it was put down our throats, bro. Pause.
Not most of it.
Yes. He was like
The later days.
even the earlier days, bro. The fans hate him just like they hate Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it wasn't always like that, and you know it
The
wasn't.
fans hate him just like they hated Roman Reigns.
Honestly,
let's be real. The only ones who really love John Cena is the kids. And the only really ones who love Roman Reigns are the kids.
guess what?
What?
And when we were kids, we loved Hogan.
Yes. And to this day, Hogan still won't get booed.
But see,
He will still not get booed.
But you know why?
When he even was in NWO, he got booed.
oh no, he got booed, bro.
Okay, but
they
guess
do
what?
hot dogs
But
and
guess what?
sodas. And
Yeah, that's when he joined. But guess what happened though? You seen everybody in the audience with an NWO T-shirt on, right?
eventually,
Okay.
and guess what? It died out. But
It
what I'm
died
saying
out
is,
because
you got to look at.
'Cause everybody
Hold
joined.
on, you got to look at it like this. When you're talking about greatness, you got to show the full impact of what he's done for the business. And John Cena. Hold on. John Cena has done what The Rock and Stone Cold and those guys have done. He took wrestling to another
in
level.
this era, yes,
He
in
made
this
it
era.
more popular than they did.
In this era.
He's the
this era.
but if you
It
look
is
at my
a
top
different I'm gonna say
if
this.
you look at my top 5, it's going by generation.
Okay. And I understand.
Wait, no.
I
I'm
understand
not
that.
asking you. I'm telling you.
I
So let me
understand
tell
that.
you.
I understand
So let me
that.
tell you.
But can I say
No.
something? Let me say this.
You can't say it.
I'm going to say this. I agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying. And I'm not saying I don't have. I like John Cena. I respect him. I know he did a lot for the business. But you cannot say that, and he won't even say it himself, that he changed the game
He
in the
did.
perspective. He won't
did.
say this so.
He did.
Because everybody that
Cena
came
did,
before
bro.
him, he will say, like, look.
Of course he will, because he's such a humble dude. The guys before me have done it all. Listen, that's what he's supposed to do.
Facts. It's a fact.
That's what he's supposed to do. But guess
It's a
what?
facts.
Guess what?
What?
The torch was passed to him from The
Okay.
Rock.
Okay.
The Rock got it from Hogan.
Okay.
And it made sense to pass it to Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cena was the face of the wrestling of the company for so long.
So let me ask you a question. Who you think he's going to pass the torch to?
Well, they've already did it to Roman.
Yeah.
They've already did it. So, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
You look at my top 5, as I do my Booker T. You look at the top 5.
Can't see me. This is.
I said 5 times.
I thought you went like this.
No.
I'm like, you can't see me. Should have went, you can't see me since we talking about this guy.
No,
that
I'm
you
not talking
put
about
in
Cena
the top
anymore.
five.
Listen, when you look at this top 5, you have to look at them for their eras.
Okay.
And when you look at them in their eras, you got to see why you put them there and why somebody else couldn't go there. So, let's name some of the guys that you said
Okay.
that didn't make my top 5.
Okay. Hogan.
Hogan,
I said, okay.
right? You said earlier Macho Man.
Yeah.
Was he better than Hogan as an icon?
No.
So he's out.
But he was there though.
So he's out.
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior, does he beat Hogan?
Yeah.
He doesn't beat him. As an icon,
As an icon, Ultimate Warrior, would I put him as a?
does he beat Hogan in that era? That's the question.
I would say there's 2 different eras.
It wasn't.
I would say it was 2. I think after he beat him for that title, then that was it.
But it
Never
didn't
seen him like- we
last.
never- yeah, you're right. It didn't.
It didn't last, but Hogan did.
Okay, go ahead. Next one. Yeah, no, I listen. I'm listening.
Stone Cold.
Okay.
Do you think Bret Hart should take his spot?
Stone Cold spot?
Yes. Because that's the era.
No.
Okay.
But
So he's out.
Whatever you talking about. All right. When you say era, right?
You got to think about it like this. Stone Cold,
And Brett was in the Attitude Era. But Brett
and
was
before the Attitude Era, Stone Cold was in. What was the one before the Attitude Era that they were doing? When
Stone Cold was in part.
yes, he was.
He was in WCW at the time.
No, he had came over when he was
The ringmaster.
the ringmaster.
All right.
That was before
Okay. The attitude. Okay.
the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
The Attitude Era started with him getting the belt
Yeah.
against Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
That's what I call the beginning of the
Okay.
Attitude Era. So he was in that era. And the first real feud that we ever saw Stone Cold was with who? Bret.
I was about to say that, but I thought you was gonna say something. else.
No, it was Bret.
Yeah, it was.
And guess what? Who came out on top?
Brett did.
In a hole, Stone Cold did. Because
Bret did.
hold on. He might have won.
Yeah, but Stone Cold came out on top.
He
'cause
came
had
out
the
on
fan
top.
because of the fans.
And it made the character that he is today.
Yeah, because he
And
won
his
that King of the
career-
Ring, he won that King of the Ring. He became King of the
And
Ring.
his career
took off.
catapulted.
Yeah,
And Bret didn't. So, again, I asked
what you mean his career didn't caliper? What you mean?
it went down. From there, it started the decline before he left.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of all right.
Hold
right,
on,
us
let's
talking-
move on.
one
Let's move
second.
on. We
Us
gotta move
talking-
on.
Yeah, us talking right now, right? I would love to get these guys' opinions. So let's talking right now. We could go all night talking about this.
Wait,
and
but you gotta let me get to
and
where I'm
disagreeing-
going.
and
You gotta get to
disagreeing
let me
and
where I'm
agreeing. Yeah, go
going.
ahead.
Let's do The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
We did Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock. Would you replace Shawn Michaels for The Rock? No.
So it's,
No.
it's tough, bro.
Okay.
It's a tough
Hold on.
one, man.
Would you
got-
replace
yo,
Would you replace Undertaker for Stone Cold? No.
It's tough.
No. Because if you would have said it, yes, you would have said it right
It's
away.
tough. It's tough.
But this is what I'm saying. Stone Cold and The Rock, they dominated those years. It's like Patrick Ewing, one of my favorite players of all time. Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, all-time greats. But you know what their problem was? Hold on.
You know what?
They played against Michael Jordan. And Michael was the top guy. So all of the credits and accolades that they should have got, like championships, Karl Malone, all of these guys, John Stockton, they couldn't get it because they played while a great was going on. So unfortunately, guys like Stone Cold, guys like HBK, guys like Triple H, guys like The Undertaker cannot be in the top 5 because these guys overshined them so much that the only time that people like HBK or people like The Undertaker were big is when Stone Cold was injured, is when the Rock was out. Can you not agree?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm gonna say this. There's a lot to be said as far as who we believe is in the top.
Okay,
5,
let me ask you a
who we
question.
think Should be in
Let
the
me ask
top
you a
5.
question. Let me ask you a question.
I know. Listen,
me
I
ask you a
understand.
question.
I understand you trying to break it down.
Let me ask you a question.
But it's hard.
Let me ask you a question.
What up?
What makes Undertaker great?
Well, I can't say the streak anymore because he lost that. He lost, 2 matches.
So
Undertaker-
what makes him great?
What makes him great? He's been around in every era.
Stop. You ready?
What?
The 2 things that make him great are his longevity and the streak.
The streak is no more.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 things he has. Because, open your phone. If we look at The Undertaker's accomplishments and achievements inside of WWE, it ain't that much. Let's look
Right.
at it. 1-time WCW Tag Team Champion, 3 times World Heavyweight Champion. Then the WWE Championship was 4 times, so we're gonna say 7, right? 1-time Hardcore Champion, 6 times Tag Teams, Royal Rumble. Hold on. Let's do Mr. John Cena. I don't know why it just went away on me like that.
Because it don't even believe what you're saying right now.
Hold on.
I want to say this.
Hold on, listen.
All right, go ahead.
Listen,
Say what
listen.
you want to say, and I'm going to say this.
Hold on. Because we need to look at this. John Cena, right? 16-time champion, tag team champion 2 times, 5-time United States, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, WWE Championship #1 Contenders Tournament, 2003-05. The guy's he's done so much.
All right.
Wait, but listen.
I want to say
Hold
something.
on. When you look at just their accomplishments, Cena has done more.
Okay, I want to
Hold
say
on.
something. I want to say
Hold on. Cena has done way more.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend just said it to me in a text. He said, you can't put Taker in the top 5 because the streak is gone. And it's like, you have to put, he said, you got to put The Undertaker with Santa Claus. Once you found out that Santa wasn't real, you just couldn't go back to it.
Let me say
The
something.
myth of The Undertaker was the streak.
Let me say this.
And when he lost the streak, he only had the longevity because, and even when we look at the streak, can you tell me 10 great matches from the streak?
Let me say this, and I want you to understand clearly what I'm talking about. You comparing something of The Undertaker, which he came, like I said, he was in every era. You comparing Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret the Hitman Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, to what John Cena.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
All right.
So don't put that. No. Don't put those words in my mouth because I did not do that.
Let me tell you this though. At the end of the day, we was not forced to like Undertaker. We was not forced to like Shawn Michaels. We was not.
Of course, we were forced to like Shawn Michaels.
No, we was not.
In the beginning, no one liked Shawn Michaels when he beat up Marty Jannetty. He wasn't the fan favorite then.
Man, what are you talking about, man? Let me tell you, did Vince have to push that pause down our throat every time, every week? Did Vince have to say, "Oh well, we're gonna make you like this guy, like he does Roman Reigns and John Cena"?
They had.
And
Hold on.
thing you have to understand
They had to
too,
make him into the HBK.
But at the end of the day, you have to understand too. It wasn't that many titles.
But
that they
no.
fought for.
Listen. Cut the crap.
What?
Cut the crap.
What?
Do you put him in top 5 over Stone Cold?
Who?
Shawn Michaels. Because that's the same era.
I'm not gonna put him over, but I will put him in my top 5.
Over who? Who are you taking out?
All right, I will put Bret, Stone Cold, Rock, Shawn Michaels, and Undertaker in my top 5.
Are you crazy?
Of that era.
No. You're so dumb. You are so dumb. This is not about of that era.
Yo, listen, it's hard.
Because even with that era, you're still mixing 2 eras.
Yes, you're right. It's hard, man.
It's not.
It's hard to do.
And that's why I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. And that's the end of the show.
It is hard to do, man. You cannot do that.
That is the end of the show. Listen, we had a lot of time. Listen, we could have stayed right at I'm not asking. I'm telling you this week for forever. We might have to do. You know what? We're gonna do another. We're gonna do a podcast, an audio podcast.
You know what we need to
about
do?
this.
We need to bring some more people on the show.
We know that's coming.
Yeah,
that's
we
coming.
need to do that because everybody, our opinion right now is just we arguing over.
But that's what we do.
Yeah, and that's what we do, and that's fun.
That's what we do. We don't need nobody else to come argue what we argue.
No, what I'm saying is,
I want them to come on, but
Yeah.
listen, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna do some podcasts. We're gonna do it on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Just on some of these topics where we really need to get
because it's really,
into the nitty-gritty of it.
It's a tough situation.
It
You're
is.
really
And we're
a
gonna
fan
bring
of wrestling.
We're gonna bring some of our boys in that know wrestling just as much as us, and maybe a little bit more. But listen, thanks for coming and watching the show. We really love doing this. You can follow us at bearded_wrestling on Instagram, bearded_wrestling at Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, all just one word, Bearded Wrestling. That's what it is. All right. Listen, you can follow him at.
Bono's 1983.
You can follow me at JVoz on Instagram. Thanks, everybody. We really love doing this. Can't wait to see you next week. Road to WrestleMania. Later, guys.